There's a switch in your brain. Most people never find it, but once it flips, you'll begin to notice things, patterns, emotions, motives, not just in others, but in yourself. You'll hear your own thoughts and start questioning them. You'll notice how people manipulate, how they twist conversations, how they bait you emotionally. And instead of falling into the trap, you'll start predicting it, outsmarting it, navigating life like a strategist. This mental shift has a name. It's called metacognition, the ability to think about your own thinking. And it's the difference between people who are ruled by their emotions and those who rule through clarity. You see, most people live on autopilot. They feel something and they react. They get angry. They shout. They feel hurt. They shut down. They're anxious, so they run. But here's the problem. They don't question where those emotions come from. They just assume their feelings are facts. And because of that, they become easy to predict, easy to manipulate, easy to control. But when you step into metacognition, you step off the emotional roller coaster and into the control room. You start noticing what you're feeling without becoming it. You begin labeling your emotions accurately, because that's where it starts. Not just feeling bad, but asking, what exactly am I feeling? Is this anger, or is it insecurity wearing anger as a mask? Am I really upset at them, or is this about me? The moment you label what you're actually experiencing, something wild happens. The emotion loses its grip. It stops dragging you around like a puppet. You gain distance, space, power. Because emotions that go unnamed will control you, but once you name them, they become tools. They become data. They become signals, not chains. Then comes the next shift, thought tracking. Most people don't choose their thoughts. They inherit them, absorb them, let them roam unchecked. Thoughts like, I'm not good enough. They probably hate me. Why even try? These aren't just words, they're mental viruses, and they spread silently, infecting every decision you make. But a metacognitive mind does something different. It notices the thought and holds it under the light. Where did this come from? Is it based on truth or fear? Who planted this idea? Was it a parent, a bully, a culture? Is this even my belief, or something I've carried for too long without questioning? When you start tracking your thoughts like this, you stop living reactively and start living strategically. You filter your internal dialogue like you'd filter poison from water. And over time, your mind becomes sharp, intentional, clean. Now, here's where things take a darker turn, because once you sharpen your own awareness, you begin noticing others in ways they don't even notice themselves. You catch emotional shifts in their tone. You see the tension behind their smile. You hear the insecurity laced in their compliments. You start reading people the way hackers read code, looking for weak spots, patterns, entry points. And that's where the danger begins. Because when you understand the wiring of someone's emotions, you gain power. You can predict what'll trigger them, what they'll avoid, what they crave, what they fear. And once you know that, you face a choice. Use it to protect or to control. This is how manipulators are born. They're not the loudest. They're not always toxic up front. Sometimes they seem kind, sensitive, even vulnerable. But inside, cold calculation, because they've mastered metacognition but not compassion. They don't just understand people, they weaponize that understanding. They mirror your energy, reflect your dreams, make you feel deeply seen. But it's all a setup. They're not connecting, they're studying. Logging what excites you, what scares you, what stories you tell yourself, so they can use it all against you. They plant ideas in your head without ever giving orders. They frame questions that feel innocent, but nudge you toward decisions they've already chosen for you. They smile when you get angry, because they pushed you there. And when you break down, They already have the script prepared. I'm just trying to help. You're overthinking. Maybe you're the problem. You see, true manipulators don't force, they guide. They use silence as a weapon. They wait. Let you squirm. You start second-guessing yourself, trying to win their approval back, not even realizing you're already in their trap. They reward you with affection when you obey. Go cold when you question them, until you start modifying your own behavior just to feel safe again. That's not love. That's control through emotional starvation. And the worst part, they'll play the victim while doing it. They'll share trauma to bond with you. Overshare. Make you feel like you owe them loyalty. Then when you resist their control, they'll flip the narrative. After everything I told you, you do this to me. Now you're guilty. Now you're trapped. Now they win, again. So yes, metacognition is powerful, but without self-awareness and empathy, it becomes a weapon. One you might aim at others or at yourself. That's why mastery matters. It's not enough to see clearly. You have to choose what to do with what you see, to remain in control without losing your soul. Here's how you master the skill without becoming the monster. First, start using third-person framing. When you're overwhelmed, don't say, "I'm panicking." Say, "He's panicking because he cares." Speaking to yourself in third person activates the rational parts of your brain. It creates emotional distance, calms the storm. Next, every night, rewind your day. Look for the emotional spikes. Where did you lose control? Where did you hold it? Where did you react and where did you respond? What did you say that wasn't really you speaking, but fear? Then, track your thoughts. Don't just let them pass. Catch them, write them, break them down. Is this useful? Is it true? Is it mine? And finally, in every interaction, keep a part of your mind on observation mode. Don't just listen to what they say, feel what they don't say. Read the room, read the eyes, read between their pauses. Ask, what are they trying to get from this interaction? Validation, control, trust. What emotional currency is being exchanged? When you do all this daily, your mind becomes your sharpest weapon and your strongest shield. You stop getting played. You stop over-explaining. You stop chasing approval. And you start leading, quietly, confidently, and strategically. But remember, this ability isn't for status. It's not to look smart or feel superior. It's for protection, for growth, for navigating a chaotic world with calm precision. Because the truth is, the more aware you become, the lonelier it can feel. You'll see manipulation where others see charm. You'll feel disconnection where others feel love. You'll want silence more than noise, truth more than comfort, clarity over chaos. And in those moments, you'll be tempted to numb it down, to turn it off. But don't. You were given awareness for a reason. Use it, guard it, sharpen it. Let it shape you, but never let it harden you. Train your mind, understand your patterns, protect your peace. Because the world is full of noise, but the ones who rise above it are the ones who learn to hear their own mind before anyone else does.